All right, so let's get him transformed, into his Porsche 935 turbo mode. Real quick, transformation, relatively straightforward. There are some challenges, a little bit of butt pucker moments with bending stuff over stuff. We'll go over that. Luckily, most of it's early on. Also, real quick, I did break a pin. I'll show you once we get to that point. In fact, that's why this video took a day longer to come out than I wanted it to. It is set up in there right now. I used a little Loctite. In fact, I know another customer, a few other customers who had the same issue. One guy did email Fans Toys, and they told him put some glue, put some super glue into the onto the pin or in the pinhole. I'll show you where that is when we get to it. Luckily, mine seems to be holding so far, but hey, time will tell when we get to that point in the transformation. So, without further ado, what we want to do first off, and mine's already done it since I just keep these separate anyway. These, again, you see them; they latch to here. I already had them out, so if you haven't done that already, do that. So what we want to do first, open up this wheel arch, or this faux wheel arch, I should say. And let's get this spoiler. Let's move this out of our way. And then let's move this up. We're just kind of getting some clearance to work right now. Move the toe out. And what we want to do is this front hatch right here. You'll see this tab. Oh. Hold on. There we go. We just want to pull that. And then we want to untab this from here. We're just trying to release this outer leg. There we go. Oh. Dropped him. Okay, and so now it looks like, yeah, we are home free. And now what we want to do is we want to, this whole outer armature, and again, this is the part that's bending plastic over plastic. We just want to pull this down so you can see. And what I got to do here is I got to get this, we got the not so faux wheel arch in there. That's where it's been hiding all this time. So there we go. Real quick, this is on a ball joint. You'll see it it's hidden right under here. So that's how this whole armature is moving up and down. Sorry for the disturbance. I am slowly trying to improve my transformation skills. And next, what we want to do is... let's open up the toe, the heel real quick. And next what we want to do is we want to flip the wheel over. And you see these two tabs right here, they're going to come up and sit on these two tabs here. There we go. And next up what we can do is we can close up the wheel arch. Just like that. Close up, just locks in those two tabs. And then you're going to flip it around. And you'll notice it's just got all these connecting pieces. And we're just going to connect in and form the outer fender. I forgot to say move this piece from here up. My apologies. Again, we will get better. And now here's the really icky part. We got to move this whole outer leg piece. We got to flip it around. So this, the faux fender, is going to be the inside now. So and well, this is just however makes it easy on you. To do that. There we go. So now that is like that. And what we can do is we can close this up. So now that's sitting like that. All right. And now we can fold the toe in. And that'll tab right in to here. Move this up. And now you're going to bring this whole back end down. And the heel is going to tab in right here. There we go. And you want to make sure that the rear fascia piece is over the fender. There's a little tab right there. And then you can bring down the back end, and it'll have a tab right here that's going to tab right into this hole here. This comes undone. And then the spoiler, you're going to take this tab here and tab it right back in here. And leave this all the way down. And lastly, what we're going to do is you have this knee joint right here. You're going to pop that, and that'll have that leg all set. Do the other side real quick. So lift this up. That's the piece I forgot from last time. Lift up the wing. Bring down the toe. Open up the heel. Just kind of get this out of your way, out of the way of progress. And now, untab. Untab. And that should be enough to get it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Did it easy for that time. Okay, so now we have this like this. And what we can do is bring the tire over, or the wheel assembly over. There it goes, there it goes. Assemble the wheel arch by these tabs right here. Let me get this facing so I can there it is. Flip this around. Oh, not yet, not yet. And lock it in to the fender piece. And now we spin it. Again, move this as not the nicest feeling thing in the world, but it is what it is. And then just close it all up. Bring the toe in. And bring the rear fascia down. Lock in this tab right here. Came undone. Does keeps wanting to come undone. All right, I think we got that. and bring this down into the tab, into that little insert, and bring the spoiler down like that. Pull this down so both these are flat, and punch out the knee. So we have these looking like that. So next up, what we want to do is a little bit of prep work. I'm going to lift this up. Going to bring our door wings out like this. And again, as shown, they connect this little tab there, attach this little tab up here. Just bring them out and bring it out. Bring it up, bring it out. And then what we want to do is lift these leg pieces all the way up. And then you have this piece right here. It's attached to a tab. You're going to split it. And that will allow all this to disconnect itself. All right, so what you want to do is you want to make sure all of this is up. And what we're going to do is, this is the really icky part. So these legs are going to double back and zigzag back in here. You're going to make sure this front panel is covered by this. So how this looks, I'm just going to make sure all this is up. This piece is going to, and yep, there we go. And again, same thing for the other side. Work with me. And there it is. So now we got that looking like that. And let's make sure this is all squozen. Squeeze tight. So you can see right down here, this is how this should look. The side panels go down nice and easy. Everything nice and tight together. I always end up with a little bit of a gap, so just got to make sure it's squeezed tight. It will probably come apart and disassemble itself later on in the transformation. So now we have no cybertonium jazz. And let's start breaking this down. Bring the front down. And start breaking apart his front chest. And real quick, right here, it's hard to see. Right here's where my pin came out. You can see this kind of move. It'll move along this track right here. That's where my pin came out. I did some Loctite on it, and that seemed to fix it just fine. But that, again, so just be mindful. That pin really likes to walk out on itself. And let us detach. We're going to detach the rear piece right here. See, it's on these two rockers that latch onto here. I'm just going to detach it. There we go. Oh, wow. Didn't try to attack me that time. So just bring this back here. Give us some room to work. And then if we want, we can, let's bring down the arms real quick. So now, what we're going to do is we are going to bring this whole, you can see right here, and you can see where I put my Loctite, that nice blue ruining my paint. We can swing this entire front assembly down. Make sure you got enough chest room on your way. And it's hard to kind of get them both at once. And there we go. So you can see it's kind of swinging down. It's hard to... And there we go. So now it should look something like that. You can see right here, that's right here where this pin is along the track. It just kind of brought itself. It's you gotta kind of work to get them both at the same time. So now what we can do detaching. Now what we can do is grab this little front piece right here, this little panel. Hold on, I am going to get a spudger. So now, first off, so what we want to do next is make sure the head is lifted up all the way. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to clear a path right here, because you're going to open this panel up next. Just like that. And then we can take the head, rock it back, and just set it down just like that. And watch out, this likes to walk itself back up on the track. And then we're going to flip it all the way up. And if you don't get clearance of the heads because you haven't opened up these as far as they'll go. So flip itself all the way around. Just like that, and then you could close it all up nice and easy, and then you should have that going on the bottom. Just kind of get your arms out of the way, leave them hanging out there. If you want, you can close this up. And now what we can do next, let's open the doors, give ourselves some more clearance here. What we can do is let's start assembling our roof and connecting everything up. So firstly, your rear quarter panels, bring it off the peg, bring it around, and set it up just like that. Same thing for the other side. And you want to have that going. And now what we can do is you have this, your roof is moving around on this piece here, which is on this it's on this slider, or it's on like a little pin. Let's make sure that it hasn't disassembled. No, it's still hanging in there. Still hanging in there. That's cool. So let's see, it looks like the Loctite still worked. So what we want to do is going to be hard to see. So we just want to move this all the way back. Lift the hood up just a little bit to get these arms under there. And you want it lined up just like that, so that these two tabs are attaching to these latches here where you hooked on your speakers earlier in robot mode. And for the back side, you want to make sure that these two tabs fit in under the roof line here. And these two back windows right here are going to fit on tabs right here. See that tab connection? Okay, get that all closed up. It's actually the easiest time. It gets easier as you do it, as with most things. And next up, let's connect our hood. The other side, see what I'm working with. Okay, so let's get our hood connected up here. And there we go. So now it should be looking something like that. Next up, what we want to do, we're almost there. Let's get our doors prepped. So what we could do, lift up the rear glass, side view mirror, bring that up and all the way around. And this thing's going to be a little tricky. So you have this hinge right here, and this is going to accordion, and the door is going to accordion, and it's so hard. Here, let me move this out of the way. It's kind of hard to see. And what I like to do is I like to hold on to here, just where most of the meat is. And you're just going to kind of push in. And you can push on the quarter panel as well. There it is. Gives kind of a snap. You can see what it... Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. You can see what it looks like. So it gives kind of a snap into place. And then this is, yeah, that's the outside. This starts to disassemble itself once again. And then this door will tab in. Right here. And then it'll tab in up here. I can never get mine to fully tab in up there. So that's my issue, unfortunately. And then what you want to do is just make sure this tab, which your arm's attaching to, is pushed as far back as it'll go. Let's do the other side with feeling. Pull up the window. Flip the mirror. Bring this arm out. Different. Bring the camera down. There it is. Nice little snap. And this, so it's looking like that. There you go. So now what you can do, this already set it down. You just push this plate all the way down and have the head facing downward, just like that, underneath the car. So now, lastly but not least, we're getting these arms ready to transform. I've already locked it back in here just to give myself some support when moving this joint. And firstly, we're going to make sure to make our hands disappear. Open that tab all the way up. Oh, stay. Close that up. Just like when you're putting his grappling hook back on. Same thing for the other side. I have to flip that around. And there we go. Flip this around. Flip these around. Oh, no, wrong side. Woohoo! Okay, so it's like that. And now what we want to do is push up, just like that. And we can bring this arm down, this arm up. Might want to save yourself a click for clearance. And now we can bring this up like this and up like that. So we got that going on. Let's see if I can get it from the front. There you go. So that's what that's supposed to look like. So now what we want to do is rotate this piece all the way around. It's got like little divots right here on pegs. So you can bring this down. Make sure that this tab is closed up. This is that tab that comes out, and that tab right here that comes out and helps attach itself to this armature when he's in robot mode. And then just push it in like so. Everything's liking to detach, to all come apart on itself now. Make sure this and that closes up like that. And lastly, just gonna move this up. We're almost there. bring this out, spin this around like so. And tab it, I had to push this up to rotate this up just a bit, and we're gonna fit this into the fender liner. And you see that this, we got a tab here, and it's gonna go into a tab, hard to see, right down there. Make sure that is all nice, and there we go. And that tabs in. Just kind of got on tabs, just kind of make sure everything squeezes back together. So that's looking like that. Squeeze everything together. And there you have it.